Hello, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. The tarp thing back there moves it way too regular of a... Like, it's meant to be wind, but it moves too regularly for it to look like wind. And it's kind of weird. But, welcome back to Generations Ultimate. I have hub quests to clear if I want to make sure that I can unlock all of the normal 6-star quests. I'll do a few today, but I'll also clear a bunch before the next video, which will be in a couple days, because I'm going to have time on the weekend. I'll probably clear... I'll do this one first. Actually, no, let's start with an actual monster. I'll start with the Velocidrome and then work my way up. And it should be okay. The issue is the hub quests. Okay. What if there's a way to not have that pop up? Not that it pops up regularly, but... Going from here upwards, these are going to be the slow ones. 20 Hermitors is going to be more annoying than a Daimyo Hermitor. But it is what it is. Like, it's weird that they scaled those quests. I didn't actually check where this was. It's probably in the Jurassic Frontier. Oh, it's V-Hills. I actually don't remember. I should know V-Hills, but I don't. But Verdant Hills. Is this the one with the nest in the middle on the right? Like, generally, in the village quests, the sticking point for the normal quests, the small monster quests I didn't eat, doesn't matter. Because in the hub I'll have to get used to a different habit of eating. Because I pick up the quest here, for example. The quest is here, and in the village, you eat right here. Whereas in this, you pick up the quest here, you eat way back here, and you turn in the quest over here, which is obnoxious compared to the village. I just need to make sure that I always eat before I pick up the quest, I guess. Otherwise, it's a lot of backtracking around. But it is what it is. Actually, I should have gone 2, 3, 4. Because 4, I think, is the most likely place for a Velocidrome. But I was talking about small monsters. Normally, unless hubs increase the number of small monsters that spawn, the sticking point with the small monsters is their spawn rate. At least in the village quests. So unless they upped the respawn time, or decreased the respawn times, or increased the number of small monsters on the map, it being in the hub is not going to benefit from having multiple people. But maybe they did, which would be good. If they did actually increase that, it would be kind of useful. Because even then it will be faster, probably, for solo, on a per small monster basis. Oh, you should have to. I have to clear my nose. It's itchy. Itchy nose is an issue. The real has somehow that broke the face. And it's all, see, this is why the small monster quests are actually going to be the worst by far. at least at low hub levels. I'm gonna pause here just for a second. I also pause the recording. It was no time, but the audio will skip and the video will skip. Which might be worse. Maybe me sitting there muted would be better. But I wanted to delay anyway to make sure that the Velocidrome would go to sleep, so it was not a bad time. Oh, shoot. It stands up to the side, not to the center. I wonder if it's a consistent side that it stands up on. It should be dead super soon, yeah. Like, the hub... Obviously, this is low-level hub. Like, very low-level hub. It doesn't scale as aggressively as I would have assumed. Every time I fight a monster in the hub, I would have assumed it would scale more aggressively. But, like, the highest level Velocidromes that I've fought in the village, which are probably not very high, but even they don't... They're not that much quicker than this. Like, it's a weird... Like... The hub quests, despite not being scaled down for single player, are not bad. And like I think actually, in my most recent playthrough, I didn't actually do the lowest level hub quests in Rise. So that might be part of the issue. I haven't actually killed a moss swine in this game yet. And I never will. But it's a funny monster. Like, it took like 6 minutes, something like that, to kill the Velocidrome. And to kill 10 small monsters, it will take 20 minutes. Well, 10. To kill 20, it will take 20 plus minutes, probably. 3.5 minutes. Killing 20 Hermitors will take way longer than that. Which is a weird... It's... I will actually eat, because since I spawn here, I eat, then I pick up the quest, and then I will actually be able to properly make use of the various components. So actually... Oh, wrong direction. I have to do tropical berries in the dunes, which is not a hunting thing, but I might do the Hermitors instead of the tropical berries. Because if I do the Hermitors, I'll actually be able to use what I just did. Whereas the berries, I'm definitely gathering with a... Actually, wrong one. Like, berries are definitely being gathered with a Prowler. I hope there's an excessive number of normal Hermitors. I hope there's 20 on the map and I don't have to wait for them to respawn. Ooh, they actually provide a good amount of potions. Too many for what I have currently as my setup, but I'm not changing my setup just yet. I'll change it later, when I'm done with village quests. I'm not going to make a separate hub setup. I'll just accept that I'm... Okay, no, they're not one shot. But they're basically one shot. I'm not going to waste time gathering. If I need Hermitor parts in the future, oh, that's tough luck. Okay, yeah, 2 hits is pretty easy. But I want this quest done as quick as I can. I'll even check zone 6, because I can't remember if there's Hermitors here. Because 20 is a lot. Okay, nothing here. Because having to wait for them to respawn is not a good time. I probably don't even need the cool drinks for this. I think there are more spawned. Wonderful. I'm bad. That should be dead. 1, 2, should be dead. I don't trust their death animation. It's very, non-death-like. There's 5. 6. Actually a little better than in Rise. Rise does show where they are on the map, though. Like, Rise, it's actually kind of worse because it's so much more open. You don't transition directly to the point where you can kill them, basically. And it is my own fault. Because, like, these, I don't know if these are necessary. But if I want to do all the quests, I gotta do all the quests. And also say that them implementing these repetitive quests is negative, but I think I should definitely view hub quests as a little separate from village quests. It's like if there's a few of these quests in the hub, I shouldn't compare it to the amount in the village. View them separately. Because, I don't know, the intent of the hub is multiplayer, which is a different experience than single player, playing hunting by yourself, so it's a different setup. Okay, here's where it's bad, because I'm pretty sure 5 does not give any. I'm going to 1 to go to 3. And then I can go back to 4 or 5 is my current intention. But it seems like 2, 7, and 3 are the only places with Hermitors. Which means 20 Hermitors, which might not actually be scaled up, I can't remember. 20 Hermitors is too many Hermitors if you have to wait for them to respawn. 8. Yeah, the fact that you have to wait, if it's only 8 on the map, that's a bad system. Because if the entire map has 8, maybe there's some in 5. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping there's some in 5. But if the entire map has 8, make it at most 16 to kill. But yeah, don't make it respawn, like 8, respawn them all, 8, respawn them all, 4. Like, why do that? That's rude. And it's not interesting. It's just waiting around for stuff to respawn. It's interesting that that's where the meteorite is. It's kind of neat. These guys have respawn, though. Yeah, it's just 7, 2, and 3 are the only places worth going. Which is just kind of... It's not the best type of quest when you have to wait for it to respawn. There were only 4 this time. Ah, but the 5th is about to respawn. Good. It's kind of a big, like... It's just... I know that this game is a lot about grinding, but that's mostly about grinding big monsters. Hunting the same monster 15 times for a drop is kind of what it's all about. Oh, and a Cephadrome spawn, so maybe there's one less Hermitor this time. That would be tedious. Because like, these are like the least interesting grindy things. And they're not mandatory, but they exist, and so the intent is for people to do them. At least some people to do them. I want to kill this in case it's blocking a spawn point. But I can't if it doesn't jump out of the ground, I'm pretty sure. In case it's eating up a spawn point, I need to kill it. Which also means maybe I should be killing the Genprey and stuff to get spawn points that could be Hermitors, but... It's just... Honestly, the Gathering quests are annoying, but it's really the small monster quests that I think are the worst. Because... they're kind of meaningless. Okay, no, it is the right... It seems like it's the correct amount of Hermitors. Because I've had 5 left, now I have 4 left. That means I've gotten 16. Which means it's still the same number of 8 for the entire area. Then I go 5, 8, sit in 8 for a little bit, because I don't think 7 will have respawned yet. I should do fishing. Should have been fishing while waiting. I'll keep that in mind when I'm looking for tropical berries. Like, the gathering ones are annoying, but there's like... You're gathering anyway, you get resources that you want. It's at least like... something. And yeah, I can harvest the materials from the monsters that I'm killing. But... the gathering in this and previous... Oh, they did respawn already. Great. This and previous installments is such that it's random-ish, which means when you're gathering what you need, you're guaranteed to gather other stuff as well, which is kind of... it's annoying when you just want one item, but there is value in that. Like, you're trying to get specific berry drops, and you're getting other things that you can still use. Whereas these, if you harvest them all, you're just getting Hermitor components. It's not a variety of components. It's all one specific group, which is not as valuable. It's still like... it's still the case that it's not necessary. But I still think that's not the best. It's not a good reason for it to be bad. If it's not, like... it's not necessary and it's bad, but it could be not necessary and still decent. Like, I guess... if they made... more uses for the small monster parts, then maybe that would be better. It's like there was a reason to hunt 40 different times the same small monsters, but you actually used the materials. Like, maybe if Wilds has reasons to hunt small monsters, but you use small monster parts in the temporary camps, there would be a loop there. There would be a reason to hunt small monsters. I don't know if there'd be small monster quests. I don't know how quests are going to work. but there'd be a reason to hunt small monsters. And so these quests wouldn't feel so pointless. I'm actually just going to look on Kirinico for where tropical berries drop the most. Do I eat? I don't think it's worth eating. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, and whatever zone 11 is. What is zone 11 in the dunes? Unless I'm misremembering. And it's a different map that has a zone 11 that doesn't make sense. Okay, no, this one does make sense. Okay. It's a different map that has a zone 11 apparently. Despite me never having seen zone 11. Okay. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Oh yeah, I hate how these are laid out. 2 is here, but 3 is back behind me. So it's tropical berries, so it should be from this interaction, despite the fact that these are cactus fruit. So it's not a berry. Well, this cactus fruit are technically botanically a berry. Kind of like how strawberries are actually a fruit, but not a berry or whatever. Like strawberries aren't a berry. Various other weird... Bananas are berries? Can't remember what I actually need to interact with. Okay, it's these. Okay, that's great. Wonderful. I think bananas might be berries. I'm not going to interact with those because I don't think they give it. I think I just need the submerged cactuses. Gives herbs, which means it's not going to give me what I need. Which, just because that's different, means I am going to check if this might give me something useful. And if this doesn't give me any chance of tropical berries, I will not try it again. It's just huskberries? Yeah, okay. And needleberries, but useless berries. That went okay so far. Six tropical berries from one successful harvest location. So now I need to get to area 3. Looks like 40% chance of 1 and 30% chance of 2. Area 1 does not have any on the list. This is stuff where if I could, I should mine. I don't think I can get Dragonite here, but I need to, I don't mine ever, except when I'm in Prowler Quest. So I should take the time during Prowler Quest to properly mine materials. 8. This is sort of the saving grace of the Gathering quest to me. I'm doing this because it's blue. Some of the Gathering quests you can get like double drops and stuff. That was probably not worth it, but it's fine. So I'm going to see zone 6 now is back down by zone 2. But I'm going to go to 10, 11. Zone 5 has nothing. Like, I don't understand the numbering of this area. It's by far the weirdest. Because, like, 1, and then it goes down to the left for 2, then it goes up for 3, up for 4, up for 5, all the way down to the bottom for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like, it's all over the place. I'm not gonna mine this. I've mined enough. And I think mining in high rank will be better for the things that I need. Okay, this is just herbs. This is pointless. One of these will be useful. This one could be. This one won't be. Yep, the moment I got a fire herb is the moment it is useless. Okay, absolutely nothing. Supposedly there was a chance in zone 10, but clearly there was not. Because this is not going to give me any. Unless I got really unlucky. There it is. Every other time, the moment I got a fire herb, there was never any hope of a tropical berry. Because the only ones that I've gotten tropical berries that I've gotten like 4 or 5 from. Which seemed to me to suggest that the rate is relatively specific. There's a beetle there. Maybe I just got really lucky on those first 2. Got lucky on that one. Give me the beetle. I'll do this just because it's here. Lagniaple, that's worth it. We need 3 more berries. No more Lagniapples. Oh well. So I'm looking for area 7. I'm trying to remember whatever the dig mechanic is. I don't know what triggers the digging and the burrowing in the ground. Wait, no, it's holding right trigger, right bumper, and then pressing that. I assume it's just to evade monsters, but it's pretty funny looking. This is a kind of not the worst type of gathering quest either, because you can actually carry 20 tropical berries. But then there's some gathering quests where you can only carry like 10, but you have to collect 20 of them. That's it. Like you can actually carry all the tropical berries, but the moment there's like a collect 30 tropical berries is the moment it gets kind of, do you really need to do this? And the answer is no. But they did it anyway to be obnoxious. But away we go. Yeah, it's kind of... The gathering ones are a lot less annoying to me than the small monster hunts. Because, like, in the process of that, I got some herbs, I got some fire herbs, I got some ore. Like, most of this stuff is at least kind of useful. And that's a good thing. The cat way high in the air. Ice crystal? Why would I get an ice crystal here? Weird. Like 8 minutes for that when it was 3.5 minutes for a large monster? Like, even those are still really slow compared to... That was an easy one, I guess. But even those are slow compared to actual monster hunts. Again, comparing it to like the weakest possible monster hunt. Well, no. Second weakest. The weakest is the bull drum, by far. I wonder if there's a joke in the title of the book being meow? So I'll do this and then I can probably do one more hunt and then 2 more side elements. It's weird for it to be barbecue corn coleslaw with peanuts and corn? Coleslaw needs... Unless there's a different term of coleslaw, but I'm pretty sure coleslaw needs cabbage. So like the central ingredients that you pick shouldn't be corn and peanuts. There should be a cabbage that's one of the 2 ingredients. Weird. I don't know, maybe coleslaw is different in Japan. It's very possible. Probably gonna do a non-hunt quest first, while I'm still a prowler. "20 unique ferns." That's not my favorite. 20 unique mushrooms in V Hills. I know where I can get those. I don't know the mountain herbs. Ooh, actually, this is a volcano? It's not. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do the mushrooms. And then I'll do a real hunt after. Like, these are weird. They're weird. A Gypsaros. Cool. The hub quests are interesting because they... Why am I gathering this? They're interesting because they actually give you a hint as to the key quests you need to do. I can't remember if any of the village quests, if they gave any hints during those. But I do know they gave a hint in the hub. It was so long ago that I don't remember what the hint was specifically. And it doesn't matter since I'm doing everything, but... terrible luck so far. Two. Great start. It's actually the worst start I could imagine, because there's 3 or 4 potential mushroom spawns here. Like, a mushroom could be here. A mushroom could be here. A mushroom... Like, there's 2 mushroom spawns right beside each other there. And I only got 2. I could have gotten 3, maybe. I've seen 3 in the past. I'm pretty sure. But it wasn't the worst possible. There were 2. Just, I didn't get... Like, 4 is really not that good. I've gotten more than 4 from a single mushroom harvest point before, so it's a little bit unfortunate. Apparently moss lines have a 20% body carve for unique mushrooms. It's kind of useful to know. Rude. I don't know if there's any in 12. I don't think there is. I think it's back in Area 7 that I could have gotten some, but I skipped it because I forgot. It's probably better for me to go over to 3. I'm gonna go to 4, because that looks like it has a better chance than 3. In 3 I'll get attacked by the monster. But it's a good time. Yeah. There's decent chances for mushrooms in Zone 9, it looks like. But 4 and 6 seem decent. Not great, just decent. Whereas 3 seems worse, because there's a monster there that will harass me. 10, halfway there. Whoa. Living on a prayer. It's fun to think about music and how, there's probably plenty of music that in the foreseeable future will stay known by most people. But I wonder what music has become less known. I should gather this. It's blue. I wonder whether Living on a Prayer has fallen out of, I don't know, any degree of interest in the smallest demographics, youngest demographic. I don't know where the mushroom might have been. I'm leaving. It's not like, I don't think it's necessarily a universally loved song. I think it's just kind of known. I wonder what the influence of movies is. Movies and commercials, actually. Because there were some memorable commercials that I can't remember off the top of my head the exact song. But I think there was commercials that were used She Drives Me Crazy. So a specific segment of that song has been burrowed into my brain. But like, with the rise of the internet as a primary means of entertainment and streaming, I don't know if those sorts of ads are as common to listen to ever, and if maybe the music has changed in them. There were Swiffer commercials that I can't remember the exact song. It was obviously a love Song of Broken Hearts, I don't know, where the mop has been replaced by a Swiffer wet jet. And they're sad. I think stuff just hasn't respawned yet. Which is one of the issues with these quests, where you have to rely on the respawn because you can't get enough without... You're not guaranteed to get enough without it respawning. I do also need to do some fishing, so just while I'm here I might try to catch one of the silverfish, see what they are. I assume the red ones are a variety of sushi fish. I think I need like pop fish. Not sleepy fish, okay. So I should be able to fish, gather mushrooms in zone 3 now that the monster's not there. Like, there were a lot of funny commercials. And like, commercials aren't great. It's all advertising. But I wonder if those sorts of comedic commercials have become more or less common. Because I do not watch television anymore. Zone 2 does not have any mushroom even possibilities, so it's not even worth going there. There's mushrooms over there, we're good. 2. Give me a double right away and I'll be free to go. Like, I wonder whether there have been any commercials along the lines of the Swiffer Wet Jet classics where the mop is sad, they play a ballad, and then they're abandoned. That's funny, because it's weird. I just wonder if those sorts of commercials have gone out of fashion, or if they're still in fashion. There's no House Hippo commercials anymore, which was a... I don't know if it was Government of Canada, but it was an ad campaign about to teach children not to just trust everything they see on like the internet. Where the whole premise of the ad was that it was akin to a nature documentary about the house hippo. And it just had a tiny itty bitty little hippo. And it was very cute. It was probably a fake hippo. Like CGI, but... Or it could have been a real hippo that was superimposed onto recorded, like, house sets. But it was a classic commercial that apparently some people never saw. Some people who grew up in the same region never saw. I imagine people in Indonesia, for example, would never have seen the House Hippo commercials because it was a Canadian commercial, I'm pretty sure. It was probably, yeah. Subject of a Canadian television public service announcement. Produced by concerned children's advertisers, which I don't... That's self-serving, probably. Companies committed to kids in 1999 and reintroduced by Media Smarts in 2019. Media Smarts is a non-profit formed in 1994. That's a great choice to reintroduce that commercial, because it is exceptionally fun. Now, did the point get across? I don't think so. Though, I think even at the time I was like, oh, this is just a funny commercial. I didn't believe it was a real creature, even before it got to the, like, punchline of, yeah, this is not real. I can do a real hunt now. and then move on. But commercials are fun. Like, it's horrifying to think about, and it's not a good thing, the degree of, like, information gathering and all that. It's not a good thing. It is, however, impressive the extent to which stuff can be, like, conclusions can be accurately drawn based on all the creepy data gathering. Like, it's just impressive how stuff can be learned from a diverse collection of information. And, like, again, not a good thing, but it's still impressive. What do I want to murder? I'm gonna murder a Cephadrum, because I don't really like Cephadrum. Saying murder is probably not the best choice. I'm going to kill the Cephadrum, hunt the Cephadrum. I don't know, it's just making it more obvious it's not a friendly enemy. The hippo was portrayed with the use of modified stock footage. Video from various sources was rotoscoped. Rotoscoping. Probably a technology that's fallen out of relevance. Okay, so the 2019 version of the Hippo commercial was even more obvious about the fact that, hey, you shouldn't just trust everything you see on the internet. But even then, it was fairly obvious that that's what the message was. Based on my memory. I hate when monsters move around this much. It makes it so much harder to do anything. It's intentional. I'm not saying it's necessarily bad, it's intentionally that way. It's intentionally there to make it more difficult to fight them when they're knocked down. Doesn't mean it's not annoying, because it's meant to be annoying. Like, I would go for the head here with a element discharge, but I can't rely on that for even a second. Okay, come on. Yeah, it's fun to think about how stuff has changed, probably, here and there. With, like, I don't, obviously don't watch ads. Avoid them as much as I can, but okay, I physically could not run out of that. That's good to know. I think this is probably one of my least favorite monsters in this game so far. it has basically no redeeming qualities. Like, anything that might be interesting about Cephadrum is done better by Nibblesnarf. Because Nibblesnarf is actually really cool. Like, there's a lot going in Nibblesnarf's favor. Whereas there's basically nothing that I actually like about Cephadrum. Like, in terms of land swimming creatures, Nibblesnarf is better in just about every way. It doesn't have, you know, hip checks. It doesn't have hitboxes that are an issue occasionally. But it probably has issues with its hitbox, but every monster does. It should be lethal. Or not. Oh, I hate that. Let me... Okay, of course it was immune. Presumably transitionary phase, but... It's funny that they scale the bad quests in the hub a little, I think. But then these quests don't scale that much. Obviously, if I was using the correct tier of gear, it would be way harder, but... Oh, cool. Concerned children's advertisers became companies committed to kid, but companies committed to kids folded in 2017. Because they had less business? Because people were already like, yep, don't trust the internet, everyone knows this. So they needed less advertising of it, maybe? I don't know. It's kind of sad that that one ad. But I mean, that was an ad in 1999 apparently, so. Well, it was made in 1999 and then ran for a little while. Oh, lovely. I love getting electrocuted by cephaloses. Yeah, this company did a bunch of weird... I don't know if it was... They did public service announcements about a bunch of, like, drugs. Which is very 1990, which is when it was made. Like, most of their PSAs seem fairly expected from the 90s. Whereas House Hippo, excellent ad, because it's a House Hippo. It's a fun idea. The rest are fairly generic looking. Weird. feel like I must have seen this. They have an ice cream commercial called Ice Cream, and it's under it. Stay fit because you never know. 4 kids are shown having a conversation while sitting on the grass close to the front yard of their house. They notice an ice cream truck passing by their house, and the kids try to chase it, but they eventually give up and become exhausted while the ice cream truck is still driving down their street. Like, oh yeah, you want to eat ice cream? Better be fit if you want to eat ice cream, so you can chase ice cream trucks. 2001. Wait. They have an ad that actually uses Pokemon trading cards and direct references? His Charizard Pokemon gets blown away by the wind, and he tries to chase after it. He attempts to get his card back, but he eventually gives up, runs out of breath, and his new Pokemon card vanishes. That is very funny. That's such a funny idea. Well, that was fun. I'll wrap up here today. Hopefully, before next time, I will clear most, if not all of these quests. Maybe not these, but at least I'll try to do most of these on Saturday. I'll stream it. It won't be very interesting, honestly, because it's all just the same stuff, but maybe I'll read more about advertising during that. That could be fun. I just look at all these ad companies, see all their weird choices of ads from like PSAs and stuff from organizations in Canada. Maybe look into those. That seems like it could be fun for me. Yeah, these should hopefully be cleared by the next video. At least most of them. And then it'll be on to 2-star. I'm not worried about events. I should do them soon. But these events are like 2-star, 3-star, 2-star, so leaving them a bit. Presumably there won't be more events unlocked at higher stars until I'm at least at 2-star. Or 3-star, I mean. So it should be fine, I hope. Yeah, that's that. I'll stop here for today. And next time will hopefully go better. Better, I mean more variety, less small monster hunts and stuff. But yeah, I'll stop here. So, have a nice day. Bye-bye.